And I realised the reason it wasn't responding when I asked it to was because maybe when I changed the timer setting, I also accidentally changed the voice control setting, or it defaulted. Huh. Got I really wish I had something to talk to you about today. I mean, it's not as if anything, it's not as if anything interesting happened today at all in my building in any way that I might have already done some live streaming about this morning. So yeah, there was a fire in my building. It was, so we're here. Like, if you're looking at the front of the building, we're here, and they were about there. So I'm looking at the front of the building, so that way around for you guys. So if you're looking at the front, if this is the front of the building, yeah, my flat's there, and we're up here, and there's like a lot more building up there. So we're there's no damage here. The bathroom smells a bit plasticky, like plasticky fire, like melty, not quite smoky, but like plasticky. So that's fun, especially since we dry the clothes in there. The ones on the outer seem to be a little. I don't know if it's the clothes that are smelling or just because the smell is in the bathroom. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, so I left and went for work. I was at work. I was sorting out my bits and pieces to start doing the work. And then I could hear an alarm. Like, I know what the fire alarm sounds like. I was like, initially I was like, oh, okay, there's a beeping, squeaky noise. I thought, okay, we're in a town centre. Maybe someone set up a fire alarm in their building, or maybe there's a another, like security alarm or something, some description going off. And I was sort of, hang on a second, sort of, walked away from where everyone was chatting, concentrated for a second, and goes, I think that's my building. And I texted my partner and said, is that us? Without him actually having texted me back or like saw the thing, I got a phone call saying, yeah, you should come back to the thing. There is a fire. There's actually a fire. So I was stood there for an hour actually. I did some live streaming, which I don't think anyone's watched yet. I may be the only person with actual footage of the fire. Okay, this is my chance. This may be breaking and nothing. So yeah. After a point, my partner then started getting anxious. You should be back on white. You should be back on white. There's nothing we can do now. There's nothing we can do. So yeah. Secondary to that, I'm not sure entirely. Basically, what happened down the road was obviously the fire people connected the hoses, went and bravely put out the fire, and we thanked them for it. And then at some point in this process, further down the line, a valve or a junction or something on the water system went nope, poop, and apparently the water went from nothing to a couple of inches to several feet. Now, I will say where it's several feet is in an underpass, which is kind of scary. I mean, if you were in there and something water, but it explains why it got that high is because it was an underpass and it contained it a bit more. I didn't see that because where the building is, it was the area behind there, and by this point it had all been cordoned off. So for me to go and have a look would have been going right around the building or right around the other side, and that was the opposite direction from where I was actually working that day. So I thought, I'm already pushing my luck by standing around for about an hour or whatever doing this. So yeah, that happened. So obviously the people, according to someone who did see it, there was like you've got like the water that sort of spreads its way out, becomes standing water, and then sort of levels out where it's going, and then somewhere in the middle of it you got this thing going bloop 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 bloop, I think that might be where the problem is. So that's the bit they need to plug up. So the Affinity Water is who does it for us. They were on site, more or less straight away. I mean, you got to allow for the fact they've got to get their team together and arrive, but within reasonable time. And so I don't know if the water was actually off because they weren't. I was working anyway, but they weren't allowed back into the building till about 4 o'clock. Which is why himself isn't working tonight, because that'd be mean to say, oh, you have now you have to go to work. So yeah, he's taking the night off work. He's going on holiday next week to York, which is good because it means I can sort stuff out in the bedroom regarding the garage. But because of the problems with the water mains, we've been given bottles of water, and I mean like 2 litre bottles, not this one. This one I had in a while, but like bigger, F-off bottles of water. And originally we were given 1 2 litre one, and then my partner said, "Oh, could you pick up another one?" And I was in the shop and I saw, council people buying trolley loads of water. I said, "Oh, is that for the towers? All right, cool. I won't worry." Well, actually, I'll buy a 2-pack because they were only like 45p for these 2 litre bottles of water. And then we had 4, the 3 that they gave us, and then the one I bought myself for 45p because I saw it. And then a little while later, I noticed a vehicle reversing. That was the water company with a pallet load of water. So I've got those. So we've got 20 litres of water, bottled water, plus what he put in the Lucozade bottles to throw down the toilet, because the Lucozade bottles haven't been rinsed out. So they can be for the toilet, but obviously the fresh water can be for drinking and tea and whatever. Speaking of tea. But yeah, as of right now, last time I checked, the water's actually still on. They did say that it might be a low pressure problem. Now, as I mentioned previously, we are on the first floor, and that is the floor that isn't the ground floor because British. This is a 12-story building. So whilst it's possible that there may be a pressure issue up here, down here we're not getting necessarily a pressure issue. But it may still be the case that they'll have to turn the water off. Now, ideally they do that overnight, but it might not be practical because they can't see what they're doing. So at some point the water may go off. The power hasn't gone off at any point, but the water may go off. So yeah, we've got water to spare. Worst comes to the worst, if we don't need to do it for washing up or anything, then I'll drink it. I do drink a lot of water, obviously. So it will not go to waste. Don't worry about that. But one thing I did find interesting is the water that they provided to us was branded from a local supermarket, or a supermarket, and the other stuff they gave us is a different brand, just called H2O. I guess it's water. Is its name. And oh my god, it tastes better. The stuff from the supermarket is the lower end, stuff. Anyway, like I said, it's 45p for 2 litres. But the other stuff is way better. So yeah, that's my day. All about our water, and a quick review of Ashbeck versus H2O, and H2O is nicer in my opinion. So yeah. That's the blabble about what happened today, and it's already 9 minutes into this video, which I try and keep to 10 to 15 minutes. So let's hope this is a really quick and easy to answer question. A bit long-winded. Oh, okay. Have you ever won a contest, or what did you win? Yeah, actually I've won a couple of contests. The earliest one I can remember that was public is a Bedford radio competition. It was a phone-in competition, and I won a goodie bag of stuff for the radio station. I think I've still got the metal key ring. Some of the other stuff kind of went by the wayside over time because I was about 10. So that was cool. We did a tour of Bedford radio station at some point. I can't remember when or why. But we did get to meet the DJ that I was doing the contest, who did the contest with. That was kind of fun. I think I was slightly underimpressed, but either way. I know I've like other things like little talent quizzes and like quiz shows. Well, the quiz shows. I mean, like little local pub quizzes. Usually won like a voucher or some sort. I haven't won anything. Like I haven't done any like big like talent shows. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a costume prize at some point. I mean, yes. Probably not in recent days, not as an adult, unless you count, games on phones. Hey, congratulations, you've done. Oh, I haven't done a daily challenge today yet. But yeah, winning the daily challenges and like digital prizes, that's stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, one of the earliest ones I can remember and actually had a physical prize was a radio contest, and I won a goodie bag, and I was quite chuffed with that. So yeah, probably like just nothing big or significant. I mean, raffles don't really count as contests, I guess. Doing a spot prize thing, done stuff like that. Tombolas count as contests. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the local radio station is probably the most significant one, and then other little bits and pieces. We actually kept the tape of that for ages. Don't know what happened to it. Kind of embarrassing now. But yeah, okay, little radio contest. So yeah, okay, my throat's starting to hurt again. So I'm going to say goodbye, if I can. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's been a long day. I'm going to sign off now. If you've been watching, you're awesome. I appreciate you. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!